Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Brother Sister Show. This is episode 87. Wait, that was weird. I don't know why.
It's also not episode 87.
What do you mean?
The title of this call is 88.
Oh, then it is going to be 88.
I have big shoulders. Man, I did a family call today and nobody answered, so fuck y'all.
Oh, yeah. I was working. My bad.
I'll do it maybe after this. No, I won't.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Brother Sister Show, a family-owned and operated podcast where two siblings keep in touch by talking about movies. This week, we're talking about the Fear Street Trilogy. So that should be exciting. 2 episodes back to back where we're just going to be shooting the shit about
no structure,
some cool movies.
Just vibes.
But before we get into that, let's catch up.
From a day ago. Sorry.
For us, it's been a day.
Yeah.
But for the audience, it's been a week.
Truly 24 hours, right?
Yeah, like pretty much exactly 24 hours. Just because I'm moving. I can't.
Week.
I don't even remember. Did I say we're skipping next week, or by the time
did we decide we're doing that? Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna skip a week,
okay.
Just because I won't have a place to record. Everything will be packed, so
maybe we can just do this from now on. I mean, it makes sense. Like, usually a lot of podcasts during the summer, or sometime they'll just take a break, or they'll just have like a little I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll just take a quick.
I wonder why we need a break.
A quick hiatus for 1 week.
1 week, yeah.
So, yeah. So what's up?
Nothing much. I did a presentation at work today. I guess that's the only new thing that I haven't told you about.
How'd it go?
Really well. One of my friends said it sounded like a TED Talk, and I was like, oh. High praise.
Nice. So what was the title of your presentation? If it was
how to stay customer focused. And it's basically just how to
stay customer focused.
Yeah, throughout your day to day. How I did it, I can just. Do you want to say it? No, it was just.
Run it back.
I just defined. I work with small business owners, so I just defined 7 common characteristics of small business owners, because I feel like the best way to be focused on them is to humanize them. And the best way to humanize them is to identify with them. And so it was like 7 characteristics that all of us, like I defined them. This is literally my presentation, but I defined them and then I just like brought it down to like putting their shoes on our feet.
Weird way to say that, but yeah. That's cool.
You know what's annoying is that I feel like every time I practice doing a presentation or even like during this podcast, I sound so dumb. Like just right now, like what was that? But then I do like when I'm doing like a presentation or something that there's stakes to, I'm pretty good at it, weirdly. And I know I am because during the middle of it, I'll like think about it. I think I'm too loud, right?
No, you're good.
Okay. I'll like think about it and I'll be like, man, I'm doing really well. Like during the middle of it, I'm like speaking.
This is slapping.
Truly. And I'm speaking, like I'm, doing my whole presentation thing. And in my mind, I'm like, man, you're doing it. You're killing it. You're killing it.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I have I don't know. I have this weird arrogance about me where I get nervous for things. But then once I'm in it, I'm like, oh, I'm good at this.
Yeah. I was born for this. I actually had a final presentation for my internship, just like giving like what I've been working on, like a presentation on what I've been working on for the whole summer to a lot of people. And I don't like presenting even in a virtual environment just because I just imagine all of them behind me watching me present, so it's just
Mm.
weird. So I recorded the entire thing beforehand. I like made a nice little introduction, like YouTube video style, and
What is up,
that was like
guys?
what today I'm going to talk about my internship. No, that
It's
was like
gonna be fucking lit.
it was like more nerve wrecking than giving a live presentation, because I was
Mm.
just like watching them watch me. It was weird.
Like,
But
did you feel like Bo Burnham when he has himself projected and he's just
yeah.
like intensely watching?
Yeah, a little bit.
The
But when
podcast
I
doesn't help at all with your presentation skills, or is it different because it feels like just a Zoom call with me?
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it feels a little different. Like I definitely everyone really compliments all my equipment. They're like, "Damn, this is like good quality."
Oh, you're like, well, I
You know.
am a bit of a amateur podcaster.
Get a load of this. Hey, I
Like, oh,
always
those are some nice plants in the
yeah.
background. Oh.
I can see everything. Oh, nice little mic you got going on. I always try to
Mm.
hide it sometimes. Get low
Oh
in the
my god.
frame. Nah, I'm just fine.
Don't be humble.
I'll be loud and proud. Oh yeah,
Did you
me, just
have
me.
that shirt on and it just said beer? Did you
No,
dress up?
I did. I mean, it's different because it's like a Zoom thing,
You
or
did it
it
like
was
that,
like
or it's just in your face?
yeah, or like in a broadcast studio. I'm actually holding it. I was
Mm.
doing it like that.
And then like sit back, cross your legs, and then every now and then just like fix the mic. Yeah, just be like, yeah. And then I watch Space Jam and like yeah, like that.
Yeah,
That's how the podcasters do it.
this must be terrible for the audio. Like you're just
I
moving
don't hear
around.
any of it.
Oh, that's amazing.
I know, I'm
Just
so
it
annoyed.
just speaks to the quality of this
Yeah, and then
microphone.
earlier I moved my keyboard and it sounded like the world was ending.
Oh,
It was
that's you
like,
move
blah,
the
blah,
actual
blah.
mic.
No.
No, the podcast does help, especially during meetings. And it's like some feedback I've gotten is like, normally developers are not as like communicative, if that's even a
They're
word.
fucking
That
losers. Okay, let me level with you.
and you're like on the brink of that, but you've breached the water of non-loser.
Well, that is true. I feel like you've evolved a lot. You used to be very quiet and not say much.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely all the equipment. I'm just fine.
Yeah.
I got to use it. So not much has happened, but an interesting trailer came out. If you want to get into that, because I think
She's
that's
all
pretty much
that. Oh, I'd love to. Do you know what
is
I'm talking
did
about?
that no
So, have you heard of the movie She's All That?
yeah
So, that was like a 90s movie, um, classic rom com where a popular guy has to, he's given a bet, or he's like, not given a bet. How do you say that? He's like,
he was
he's taken
dared.
a bet. He made
He
a
was
bet. He
taking a
made a
bet.
bet.
he he took a bet.
No, he made a bet that he
Oh
could
yeah.
make any girl into prom queen, any girl. And so the guys that he made the bet with were like, okay, it's that girl, and she's like the loseriest loser. She's a fucking developer. Okay, she's the most loser you can get, right? And
Bottom of the barrel.
bottom of the barrel, fucking loser. And, um, and he turns her into a fucking babe. And you know how he does that? Takes off her ponytail, takes off her glasses.
Oh
She was hot
yeah,
the whole time.
it was the
Um,
glasses, the clear glasses that hid that.
exactly. And it was a bet the whole time. She finds out. But
Mm.
you know what? You know what the kicker is? He fell in
Sh-
love with the
Oh,
real her.
I was gonna say she's all that. That's the kicker.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wait, so there's going to
Anyways,
be
a
a new
remake.
one? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
With Addison Rae, you know, famous
Oh.
for nothing, famous for being pretty. And so I saw there's like a teaser for it, and it looks horrifying. The
This
old one,
teaser is
I
3
can't speak to
minutes
how good
long.
the old one is, but it had Freddie Prinze Jr., so can't be that bad.
Yeah, and Paul Walker.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I just looked it up. Kourtney Kardashian is supposed to be in the remake. Oh, and
Ooh.
Rachel Leigh Cook, who was in the original, is supposed to be in it.
Oh, I don't know anything about that, but the teaser came out. Looks like hot garbage. But I think you're talking about Lamb, the
I
new
was talking about
A24
Lamb.
movie.
Yeah,
Very A24, super super A24.
I watched that trailer probably like 3 times
Oh, I've only
because
seen it once.
the first time I watched it, I felt smart because I was like, whenever they're looking at they're delivering the baby, the lamb, and they're just like looking at it. I'm like, that's a human. Like for sure, that's a human. That's like not what they expected.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. Are you excited for it?
Yes, because it's weird,
Yeah.
and I love a weird movie.
The one scene that like
I love the actress
really
too. I forgot her name, but
enticed me. She's in Prometheus, right? Or
yes.
yeah, she's good in that one. Is it's like right after what's his I don't know the dude's name is aiming a gun at
Hmm.
someone off frame. Uh, is one of the sheep. It's like chest cavity opens. It's like a little chest cavity that opens a little bit.
I
I
don't
don't
remember that
know.
part at all. I need to
That's why I
watch it
watched it
again.
3 times because I had to like I was like, what the hell is that? It's for like a couple of frames.
I'm also, I don't know. I'm wondering if it has to do with any sort of religious imagery or no. Because isn't like Lamb of God something, or is that, am I making that up?
Yeah, no, yeah, I think it's like Jesus is well, he's a shepherd, right? Or I don't know.
It just looks, it looks very much my shit. Like it looks so weird. It looks like, at the end, a lot of people, if I go see it in theaters, people are gonna be like, what the fuck is that? And I'm gonna be like, that was the best movie I've ever seen. um, so yeah, I'm very excited for it. Also, a lamb in a jacket, say less.
Yeah,
He looked
that
like he was wearing a little blazer. A24 better come out with that fucking doll of a
Oh
lamb
man,
in a jacket.
that would be amazing.
Ooh,
I
that's a good
want to
tattoo idea. A lamb
ooh
in a blazer.
or
I'll write that
is it a
down.
blazer or is it like a raincoat?
It's probably a coat, but I think it's funnier if you say it's a blazer.
That's true.
But I was confused. I was like, at first, maybe I need to watch it again, but I was like, so a lamb was born. I thought she accidentally killed the mom. I thought that's what the
Mm,
whole like why they were like but and so she took over taking care of the lamb, and she obviously when you take care of babies like that, like baby animals, what do you call them, just baby animals, once you take care of them you have to like feed them with a bottle, you have to like, it's a very nurturing thing.
involved.
And so I thought she just was like, well, let me get a crib, like she was like kind of just like going deeper and deeper into it. And
Uh
then I saw the lamb and the blazer and I was like, oh, what the fuck is that? Did the guy like fuck a lamb? Like what's going on? I just don't. It's a weird movie, and I'm very
No, yeah.
excited for it.
That's why I felt a little smart cuz I knew whenever they like uh were looking at it, I was like
That's a
it's
human.
the baby. Yeah, it's the baby that's like weird.
I really
I
love
don't know how that
to.
would happen.
I don't know, but I love. It feels like they're taking. I'm sure this is not it, but it feels like they're taking that whole craze of everything being a baby, like baby Yoda, baby peanut, whatever that. What was the peanut? What is the peanut called?
For
There's that brand of peanuts, and he has a monocle. What the fuck is his name? Planters peanut.
oh, the Planters peanut
And
baby.
they did like, yeah, and he was a baby. Like they just have this whole craze of babies, And so
baby nut.
I was like thinking, oh, maybe what if the director was like, I want to do that, but like really fucked up,
Just like
because then there
end
was
it.
blood and yeah, like you said, a cavity opening. I don't even remember that, but
Yeah, it
yeah.
seems
And
like these
sorry.
sheep are maybe people in like
Ooh.
wearing sheep little costumes, you know?
Oh my god, that's creepy. That creeped me
Right?
out so much.
That'd be
Can
very
you
imagine.
imagine? Oh my god.
And they're just like going
And a
around.
lot of the images of the are they sheep? I feel stupid.
I
What's a
guess. I don't
lamb?
know.
Okay. So the animals, they were like just all the imagery of them just staring at the camera really freaked me out. And it made me think of, do you remember
Mm.
when we lived in Germany and we stayed at this one, you don't remember this because it was a long time ago, but we stayed at this farm and I think mom or dad, somebody took a picture of the cows, and in the picture, I don't, you could probably find it at their house, but the picture has the cows are just looking directly at whoever's taking the picture. Like all of them that are in there are just all looking at the person, and it's like in a line. And so it made me think of that, and that creeped me the fuck out.
Farm
And
animals are
then,
so creepy.
yeah, they just fucking stare, and like I hate, like, what the fuck are you looking at, you little shit? Oh, yeah. It also was very had like the witch vibes, which I love.
Yeah, yeah. I'm liking this whole like there's pig, there's lamb, like
Ooh,
just
Pig. I haven't seen Pig.
yeah, we need to watch Pig. We also need to watch The Green Knight, which came out at the time of that this airs last week.
Oh yeah, this weekend. Um, yes, I have been avoiding watching trailers. I don't know why, but I want to go into it, and because I've heard or I've seen a lot of good like to the titles for reviews. They're all raving. They this one guy said it's like one of the best movies he's seen in years.
Yeah,
So,
I really enjoyed like I took a British literature class in high school. That's
mhm,
British literature, right? Like Arthurian tales. I
I think
really
so.
enjoyed reading about the like round table and like all of the knights like Gawain. I don't know which one Dev Patel plays
Oh, I love him.
specifically, but this movie is going to be freaking awesome.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, should we do a whole episode on it?
Oh yeah, I
Okay,
can see it this weekend. Maybe,
cool.
yeah, maybe. And when we come back, that can be the first one we do when we come back
That sounds good. Yeah.
because it looks so good. I'm so excited. Oh, that was gonna be okay. I feel like I'm gonna complain about this for years, but I don't know. I think it was supposed to play at South by. Yes, it was, and I
Mm,
was like so. Out of all the movies that I really wanted to see, that was obviously number one because I was like, there's a chance I could be in the same room with Dev Patel, and I need to take it. And so I'm so fucking pissed, man. And too, because like usually movies or brands when they go to South by, they sometimes they'll just like do a whole big thing. Like I remember Sebastian and I went when that Good Omens show came out, and they had this
hmm.
huge like production of just like free food, and you can go and get like your nails done. It was like a whole oasis or utopia, like it was that kind of vibe. And so I was hoping they would, like, I was like, if they're gonna do one for any movie, it'd be this one.
Yeah.
So now we'll never know if that would have happened.
There's a A24 on their store. They have like a role playing game,
Oh,
like
I
a
saw
Green
that.
Knight
Yeah.
one. I wonder if we should play it for the pod or for something
Is
extra
that
on
like
the
D and
YouTube.
D?
Kinda, I think.
I'd be down. I don't know how to play that. And also, do you have to take it like really seriously?
You take it however seriously you want.
Okay.
I don't know. We gotta look into it because if I gotta see if it can just be us or if we have to get other people involved.
We can
But
get
that
other
would be
people
interesting.
involved. I don't mind. I know some
That'd be
people
cool.
that play D&D.
Well, I don't know if it's like specifically like D&D. I just know it's like a role playing. But
Okay. That'd be fun.
yeah, let us know, people. Let us know. A lot of exciting stuff coming out. I'm glad that
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters
Okay.
Afterlife.
I think whoever the director is, he tweeted about like Ghostbusters trailer coming tomorrow, and I was like, I feel like have I not seen like 5 different trailers for that movie? Like, what have I
I
seen? I've already seen. I know that Paul Rudd's in it. Like, I know the entire storyline that's happening. Like, what
yeah.
exactly is happening? Are you
I
mad that they
guess
didn't come to you for?
for what?
You just look like you belong in that family. Those 2 kids, just pale kids with curly hair. Sorry, go on.
I could have been the college kid come back for summer. I don't know. I
Finn
haven't
Wolfhard
seen
didn't
the
deserve that. That should have
I
been
haven't
me.
I haven't seen the new trailer. I don't even know what is going to be different in it. But
Oh,
I
you
feel
haven't
like
seen
it's been
any of the
so
trailers?
long. No, I saw the other one a couple
The
of
one that's
times
like
in
a full
theaters.
trailer, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know.
It seems like I don't. Maybe I just am not tapped into the Ghostbusters crowd, but it seems like nobody's excited for this, right? Like it doesn't seem like anybody's talking about it.
Well, no one really asked for it
That's what I
too.
mean. Like maybe I should ask Dad what he thinks, but I feel that he's gonna be like, I don't know, why are they
Yeah,
doing this? Leave it alone.
probably. Yeah, I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll do that well.
I mean, people. I might go see it. Like people will go see it, but I don't know. There's
Yeah,
certain people that I'm like, if they're in the movie, I'm just gonna go watch it, and they've got 2 of those people for me, so I have to go watch it.
Paul Rudd and
I forgot her name, but the mom. I don't know if you want to look it up. I
the
think her name is Carrie
mom,
something.
Carrie Underwood.
No, she's
I
really good.
doubt it. Who, Carrie Underwood?
No, the one I'm talking about.
Sigourney Weaver's in it.
She's in the original ones.
What? Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Carrie. Carrie. I don't know. Well, I'm not in it, so a little upset. Bill
There you
Murray's in
go.
it.
Is he gonna be in it? I don't know. It just seems. It just seems very annoying. And they like the trailer. Like I said, the trailer shows everything. It shows that the backpack that they. I don't know any of the names. The backpack that they wore, the car they drove. Like it shows all of it. So I'm like, well, I don't really need to go watch it.
Well, I guess we do in order to see what's new.
Yeah, I probably will. But whatever.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are the
pretty
only
much
trailers I
it.
can think of. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, go hit the movies this weekend. I hope you guys saw Green Knight. I'm sure we did by the time you're hearing this.
Oh
So
yeah.
let us know what you thought about it. All right, let's hit the break.
All right, so Fear Street, as we all know, is a trilogy. We're gonna have this be, I think we already said this, but it's not gonna be as structured. But let's start off with part one, which takes place in 1994, and I have the little plot summary for this. A circle of teenage friends accidentally encounter the ancient evil responsible for a series of brutal murders that have plagued their town for over 300 years. Welcome to Shadyside. All right. First thoughts. Why did you first watch this? Did you know about it or did you just
I,
like stumble on it?
I did not know about it. Kayla's the one who told me. And she said, which I guess is true, that she came up to me and was like, "Hey Anthony, this is this cool
Jesus.
new trilogy, horror movie trilogy that's coming out. It's called Fear Street. Each one is gonna like cover different horror movie tropes. So like it'll be a slasher, it'll be like a haunting, it'll be like a possession movie, like all of that in a trilogy."
Hmm.
And I immediately thought that's cool. And also I've heard that idea before. So as soon as I heard that, I called you and I was like, "Hey, you've had this idea though, like vaguely you've had this idea, but it was more so like the first movie would be a comedy, the second one would be a horror, and then the third one would be like I don't know, sci-fi or whatever."
Hmm.
And you were like, "No, it's stupid. That sounds terrible." I would
Like,
like you
no, delete my
spat.
number. Why would you even call me? I thought I blocked you. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay, whatever. So I watched it. I enjoyed it a lot because I felt like they were like brutal. They
Yeah.
had no
Yeah.
regard for any of the characters,
Hmm.
which is realistic. I mean, just because they're a main character in a movie doesn't mean that they're gonna not die.
Yeah.
So
That, and that
I
always
thought,
drove me insane that
and I
happens.
and I was like, I didn't want some of them to die. Like towards the end battle, I didn't want
Mm.
uh like that guy to die or the cheerleader lady, and she died brutally, and that was awesome. So very
Yeah.
creative and very like unique. So I enjoyed it, and I was excited to start watching the other two. And I had no idea that they were going to come out so close together, which is sounds like a logistical nightmare to just shoot all of that, but it makes sense.
Especially because it was I thought too. So I had the same kind of, nobody told me about it, but I just like stumbled on it. I heard about it, that there was supposed to be a Fear Street movie and a lot of people were excited, but I just have never so it's based on R.L. Stein books, I think. Yeah. And so I've never read any of his books, and I wasn't really that huge of a like fan.
Hmm.
Um and so I just didn't. I was like, well, I don't know if this is going to be good. And especially with like slasher films, sometimes they're like
Yeah.
bad, but that makes them good. And I was like, maybe it'll be, you know, not one of those where it's like bad, but I still like it. So I just randomly started watching it one morning, and it was like 5 in the morning when I started watching it. And man, I was taken in by it. I fucking loved it. I was like, like you said, invested in the characters. I didn't want any of them to die, and I was shook. And also because I think the first one that actually fully died, well, no, that's not true. Well, the first of the main characters that fully died was was she a cheerleader? The girl that got her fucking head like the way it went through like a blender or something. I was like, what the fuck? Because
No,
they
yeah,
had
her.
people die in the beginning, but it was not that gory.
No, yeah, that was like a brutal death. I don't know if she was a cheerleader, but
But she was like one of the main people, and she
mhm.
had a whole like she had a thing with the brother, which I was like, this is kind of, I don't know. She feels so much older than him, so I was like, that's kind of weird. But I don't know. Maybe I just don't know the ages. Also, like, do parents just not exist in this world? Like, where were
It's the
they?
'90s. They just
I
let them
guess.
loose, I guess. It's like
But
it or any other movie that's
I
like.
guess, yeah. But um yeah, well actually I know at the beginning they had Maya Hawke, and I was like, oh, I
Mhm.
didn't know she was gonna be in this. And then
Dead.
instantly kills her. Yeah, I love that. That's funny. Um yeah, so I really love my whole thing with horror films, like my only note for a lot of them is that more people should have died. And so it's nice that like a lot of people died. I mean, except for like the
Mhm.
main three who stayed throughout the whole thing, but that was nice to see. And yeah, especially because it just felt like there's so much stakes. But I like the entire time I was like, oh, well, when's the brother gonna die? He's next, right? Like,
Mhm.
and yeah, they had a cute little love story, like a good conflict. They tried to kill these. They had so many good ideas to kill these people that were going after them, because it was kind of like it was a slasher film, but it also felt like a possession film.
Towards the end,
Um,
for sure.
yeah, so that was interesting, and just how they uncovered who it was. The whole like, I love the whole like this town is cursed, or there's like this whole uh, folklore about this town. That was nice too. Just overall, I thought it was very well done. A good story to tell, and like you said, a good idea to do a trilogy of a horror film. Because I don't know if that's. I'm sure that's been done before, but not the way that this has. At least not that I've
Yeah.
seen. I also thought I was shook to find out that it was the same director. Not that I think there were different styles each time, but you would think, like you said, it seems like such a daunting thing to not to make three movies built into one. Like it basically just a 6 hour or however long this was movie
Hmm.
with a different cast, or not each time, but like different casts, different stories. But it was the same director.
And to keep
So
it all so succinct,
very
and
well
looking back,
done.
it all felt like one movie. Like if
It
you
really
just
did.
look back
Yeah,
and
it was
think
very
about it,
seamless.
so very like mad props for that.
And
Um,
I was kind of annoyed in the best way. I was annoyed that they didn't all come out at the same time because I thought I mean Netflix now they just put every time they have a show or something, they just put it all out the same day. And so I thought that was the
oh,
case for this one, but they came out a week apart, I think, and I was kind of annoyed. I was like, "Well, I want to see all of them right now."
which is
So that's kind of annoying.
wild. Uh, yeah, I don't even know how they made this. But
And
you
to
want to get into the
cast
second one?
virtually unknown
Hmm.
actors, wild. Like I think Maya Hawke and like
Gillian Jacobs,
yeah, the cop too. I recognized him from some things. I can't tell you his name, but I recognized him from like he's in
Ashley Zuckerman.
oh wow.
What?
Um
Why the wow?
I don't know. I just didn't know his name, and you did that really fast.
Oh, I thought you were making fun of the Ashley.
Oh yeah, I guess that too. Like
No, I
get a
had it
better
up.
name. I'm kidding.
You're in Hollywood. You can change it.
Yeah,
Oh, he's in Designated Survivor. I forgot. That's where he's from. I knew where he was.
he's in Succession.
Mm,
I don't know if you watch that.
no, I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I saw too that this director said that they wanted to a quote that I found of hers that she wants to make like an MCU, like a Marvel universe, but for horror films. And I was like, that's genius. That's such a good idea.
I mean, that's like, yeah.
I'd watch the
The
shit out of that.
the New Mutants movie, not within the MCU, I don't think, but
No, I
it
think she
tried to
means
be.
it's a cinematic universe, but just for like horror films. Like they all exist in the same universe.
Oh, a
So like
horror
imagine if
cinematic
it was
universe.
like I mean, I guess it's like kind of like Alien versus Predator or like when Freddy versus Jason, like all of that, but like they all exist in the same universe.
Like to the scale of the MCU.
Mm-hmm. That's genius. And if
Yeah,
anybody
that
could
would
do it,
be
I feel
pretty
like
cool.
she could start it. And can you
Oh
like and
yeah.
that's the thing too that I love about the MCU. I would they could do this better with actors, like casting unknowns for actor like in acting roles, but they're pretty decent at not using unknown directors, but using directors that have not done blockbusters like this one. And so I think that would be because there's so many good horror film directors that they just need like the chance to do something like this, especially with this director because her first movie I had actually seen before. It's called Honeymoon, and it's so good. It's like it's
Mm.
a weird kind of like you don't know what's going on. It's a couple that obviously go on their honeymoon, and during it I think they're like in a cabin or something, and during it the wife is like something weird happened to her and she's just like turning in she's like something strange is happening with her. That's all you need to basically know, and highly recommend. It's a very good movie. And it makes sense to me that she's the person that made these, and so that's what I mean by like giving a chance to those directors to like do something of a Marvel scale. I think because
Yeah.
kind of I think the like equivalent to that is they'll do the next Halloween movie or they'll do a revamp of The Exorcist. You know, like when I feel like they can do stuff like that, but within the same universe and maybe making new characters.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I feel like we've talked about her so much. We have to give her name.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Leia.
Lee,
I
I
don't know how
think.
to. Oh, Lee. Yeah, Leia.
Lanier. I'm making that up.
Lei. It's Leijaijak. Janiak, maybe.
Janier? Janier?
No, like it ends with a K. Is it silent?
Oh, Janiac. Something.
Janiac.
I don't know. I'm not looking at it. I'm just like guessing.
Oh, it's Janiac. I don't know. Sorry, Lee.
I'm so sorry, but
Lay. I don't know,
please
man.
watch Honeymoon. Watch Fear Street. Okay, let's now do the second movie. Do you want to do the plot for that one?
Yeah, so part 2, 1978. Shady Side, 1978. School's out for summer and the activities at Camp Nightwing are about to begin. But when another Shady Sire is possessed with Shady Cider is possessed with the urge to kill, the fun in the sun becomes a gruesome fight for survival. You know, we struggled through it. We persisted and we made it through it. This one, I don't know.
Classic camp
Mhm.
move, like horror film. I think it was well done.
Yeah, I feel like the third act was so long.
Yeah.
Like just thinking about it, the third act felt very long. I didn't really care for that one character that got axed. Like her back was facing the killer, like where the dead body was, and then she turned around and then got axed. I don't remember her name.
Yeah,
She was the one where her boyfriend got killed.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like the emo lady. Didn't really care for her, so when she died, it wasn't like the same as the first like batch of deaths in the third act of the first movie. But I did like how they were expanding more on the lore, and it made me more intrigued and want to watch the third one like even more.
I guess we should say that. So the first one, there's just all these different killers going after this one girl. They think they're going after all of them, but they turns out it's just the one girl that touched the grave of the witch. And in the second one, we get to actually see what happened, what created one of the killers, the one that has he has like a mask, he has like a sack on his head, and then he is carrying around an axe. Honestly, the scariest weapon, I think. I think it's terrifying.
Really?
Maybe not the scariest one, but
like The
that's just
Shining?
so scary to be like. Can you? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to say it. I'm like scared it'll jinx me, but like, can you imagine getting chopped up by a fucking axe? That's scary.
That one shot at the end when the sister dies and
Oh,
she's
in the
just like,
fucking chest. I can't even watch it. It made my like. I feel like warm right here. I'm like, oh,
I was like, how is she still
maybe
alive?
she'll come
Just
back.
like just just pass out at that point. It was like brutal. That one was ugh. Sheesh. But at this point in this trilogy,
Mhm.
like towards the end, I thought the third movie was gonna be, like some the devil made me do it type situation,
Mm.
you know?
That's how. But that's basically what the second one was, right?
No, yeah, I thought the third would like continue on that into
Mm.
like going into the witch's backstory, how she became the witch.
See, that's what. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about the second one a little bit more, and then get into that one because I have a lot of thoughts about that one, that specifically, that thought and the way they twisted it. But so
Yeah.
I want to say this. I think the second one was my favorite
Okay.
because I love a good slasher film. I like the twist on it, the fact that he was possessed and it's not he just turned or that has some like weird backstory. I don't know, I like the whole idea of like all these kids being at a camp and then just a killer is loose and then they just like a bunch of them die. I don't like that idea, but I'm just saying like that's just what I mean. Such a weird way to word it. What I mean is I like
I,
oh my god.
oh, oh my god, bro. If you
What I meant was those are like I
Bro,
meant I like that idea for a slasher film because it's very classic is what I meant. And I just said
I love the idea.
I like imagining
It's
it.
getting mowed down, defenseless little shit.
Oh,
Wow.
holy shit.
Good
I'm so
laugh.
sorry I said it that way. What I meant is I like the fact that they brought, like you said, it's kind of like bringing in those classic tropes, and this one was a very classic one, but it didn't feel like. I don't even know if I want you to include that. It's okay, you can include it. But I like the class. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. But I like the classic trope of it all because I think they did it well, and I think they did a good twist on it.
No, yeah. Yeah,
Very
I think
gross to see
it's
the porta potty. Not porta potty. They're like that disgusting. I'd rather
that
die. I
the
like not even
outhouse.
kidding. I'd rather die than climb up somebody's shit.
That and also the like roaches, like
Mm-hmm.
the Carrie thing was icky. Uh, yeah, I was very like confused about the everything happening. I was just like, I want to get to the bottom of this.
Oh.
I hate cult stuff. I thought I was gonna get towards like more
Mm. Oh, because like
cultish.
the nurse or something that she was a part of it.
Yeah, just because there was like a lot of people involved and like the whole names thing. I thought
Mm-hmm.
maybe that they were putting their names and they were getting something in return, but it was like they didn't realize that they
Mm.
were gonna be possessed. I don't know. I was interested and enjoyed that it the movie gave me those thoughts.
And that's such a
So I was
scary thought too. To like, because this
just
kid didn't
out of
really do
nowhere.
anything. Like you, if you were in this scenario, then somebody could just write down your name, and then you would
Yeah,
just kill everybody.
just innocent, and the fact that like even the kids that just got
Murked.
they got murked, mowed down.
I was so
Like
sad
they're
when they
just
killed the big kid.
oh the one who was they were playing capture the flag.
Yeah,
They were like I was like yeah
poor guy. Especially because they like this. Even though he looked like a fucking zombie, he still. I don't know. He like they trusted him. Like it was a guy that would have never done it, and
yeah.
that's the last thing they saw. Is this person that they trusted?
Also, are there no like real adults? Was it just like seniors or juniors leading this thing?
It's the '70s, baby. That's how they do
I
it.
I guess.
No
Well,
parents, just vibes.
well, do you want to get into the last one, part
Yes.
3?
Let me read the thing. All right, part 3, 1666. The origins of Sarah Fear's curse are finally revealed as history comes full circle on a night that changes the lives of Shady Siders forever.
Now, the way that
Loved
they
it.
did this
Loved the
one,
village vibes. But yes, sorry, go
yeah,
on.
that I loved how they like all of the characters, like made their way back into this sort of flashback that our main character's having.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that there's some like meaning as to who got which character, like the drunk guy. Like I don't know. There's like I don't want to dissect it too much, but
Mm,
or I didn't do any research, but I feel like there's a reason why each of those characters got their specific character. I mean, like for the main characters, it's obvious.
yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. I don't know.
but
But yeah, like I said, loved it for the village vibes.
mhm.
So I was watching it during the day, and I know I should have stopped it, but I was like, I'm already fully in it. Too dark. I should have watched it at night, I guess, but like the lighting was way too dark, and I don't understand how movies get
Oh,
that wrong. Like to the point where I couldn't see shit at certain points, and so I had to pause it. But
oh,
that was annoying. Um, Other than that, though, really liked it. I like you said, how they when they got to the 1666 part, I was like, well, how is it just going to be a whole new people? Because I can barely remember people's names. I don't want to get
exactly.
acquainted with new faces. So very smart how they did that. Um, the accents were, I wasn't a fan. There was were kind of strange. I was like, is this Irish?
Yeah,
What are they happening? What's happening? What are they doing?
yeah, some of them were like coming and going
Yeah, that was a
a
little
little bit.
like just we get it. Just don't do the accent. Like it's fine. Um, but yeah, so this one, maybe this is my favorite. No, I think it's
You're
still
going to
Sarah.
hell,
Like this one.
Seraphir?
What did you say?
I said, you're going to hell, Seraphir.
Seraphia. It was so hard when I was reading the plot summary not to say Seraphia.
Seraphir.
Fear.
Seraphir, you're going to hell. I feel
I
like
did
that's all they
like
were
the
saying.
visual. I don't know why I thought of this specifically. I think because they have this in LA. I don't know if you saw that pop up they have. That's like a horror, like not a horror film. What is it called? Haunted house, where you walk through and it's like different parts. Where you start off in the video store and it just takes you through like different parts of the movie.
Oh,
And one
I
of
only saw the
them,
introduction, like
oh,
the
there's this one
entryway.
video I saw that had like kind of like a full walkthrough, but there's a part where they go to like that church and there's a guy standing there just like,
Oh,
and I love that visual. And so seeing it in the movie, I was like, ooh, very
that
creepy. And it
very
made
good
me mad
visual.
because because I remember in high school when I did those haunted houses.
Uh,
That would have been that's such a like every time when I watch horror films, I still think of that where I'm like, oh, that would be such a simple thing to do. That would have been so simple.
with the pews and you just have like a podium, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would have been that's creepy.
it was
And
very
then
creepy.
you just like paint black on the kids' eyes or people's eyes as they're sitting in the pew.
Mm.
That was scary. I didn't like that. Cuz then it was like kind of getting into some cult stuff. I
Yeah.
feel like cuz it felt like he was starting it, or I don't know.
And it was weird too because I was like, okay, so like when is the witch stuff coming into play? Because
Mhm.
we stay with Sarah Fair, we stay with her the whole time. And I was like, okay, so like what's happening?
Yeah,
And
she
so
seems
I
normal.
fucking love the twist that she wasn't a witch at all. That it was the fucking cop.
Solomon, which
I
cool
was
name for a dog.
Solomon for a
Yeah.
dog.
That's what Kayla was telling me
Hilarious.
too. I was like, yeah,
I
that is
do
a
like
cool
that
name
name
for
a
a dog.
lot. Yeah. Um, sorry, that just threw me off. But
Sorry.
oh yes, I just love the idea that it's so it feels so accurate to me that all this curse is happening, all these people are being murdered, and it's all attributed to a woman when in
Hmm.
fact it was a dumbass white man, evil white man that was pulling all the strings, that was doing all this devil shit, and just blamed her. Of course. And I was genuinely shocked by that. I did not see
Me,
that coming.
me too. Kayla did. She was like, my cop's a little sus. She was like towards the uh like middle of the movie. She was like, it's the cop's family. Like it's the cop's family.
What?
I I don't know. You might have to consult her on that one. But she
Wow.
was.
No, good for her. I trust her. Well, I did not see that coming. I wasn't fully
I didn't either.
I wasn't fully paying attention, but even then I don't think I would have caught that because that I know it felt so smart and like I said, it felt very accurate that like she just minding her own goddamn business and this guy has the nerve to just uproot everything in her life. And then the whole like cutting off of the hand, like everything just felt so
Uh,
like yeah, of course that's how it's gonna happen.
it
And
all
she's pissed and
clicked.
there's a good reason for her to be fucking pissed.
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying?
And it all just clicked.
Yeah,
Like I felt my brain just like, yep, we got it now.
exactly.
And
Of
like
fucking course.
especially like, oh, she's not even trying to like harm people. She's like the realization that she was warning or
Hmm.
trying to like tell everyone. I was like, bro, the monsters aren't even after her. They're like trying to stop her, trying to silence the people.
Hmm.
Blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. So smart.
So
Good
so
twist.
smart.
Good way to end it, bro.
Well, and like it's such a good way to play to like just such good. It's such smart storytelling, and that's how I know that the director is she knows horror so well, and she knows horror films, and she respects horror film like lovers, because she knew exactly what we would think was going to happen. She knew that we were going to think that. She knew the way the story was going is how exactly, like, she just like was pulling every string in the storytelling, and I fucking love when that happens. Like when I feel like I was fooled. I love it because she, like I said, she respected the genre. She respected the people that love this genre, and she did it so well.
Mm-hmm.
So good. And what else was I going to say? Oh, and then obviously we once we leave, once she figures out what's happening, the girl, we leave that world and then we go into the one currently, and then they defeat him, and it's all good after it's all said and done. And then I like the whole mall part where I always try to think if I would be smart enough to come up with a plan like that, because I don't know if I would. I don't think I would ever. Like every time I see in
Oh,
movies when people are like in a bind and they like look at stuff and they see like a fucking straw and they know exactly what to do with it. Like I could never do
like
that. I would just
MacGyver.
die.
Yeah.
There's no way. Oh, yes, but I loved it. I had another thing to say, but I totally forgot. Oh, and I love too. I thought it had such a powerful moment whenever when she like gets caught and and the guy like turns on her saying that, like telling the whole town that it was her and whatever. And she, before she dies, she like looks at him and is like, I'm gonna fight, like I'm gonna fucking kill you. She's like, I am never going to let go of this and of what you did to me, and you're gonna fucking die. And she did kill him. Oh, fucking loved it. Um, yeah. Oh, and I love the little like cliffhanger they kind of left on, where we go
Oh, that
into,
was
I don't,
so
what was it?
good.
It was like a book or something.
Yeah. They, like where the altar was in the book. It's
Yeah.
the crime scene. The
And then they like
crime
zoom
scene.
in on it, and then the very last second somebody takes it. Love it.
Yeah, that's
Such a
fantastic.
good way to end it. Because like, I mean, honestly, I'd be satisfied if they never touch the story again. I'm sure they will, but if they didn't, I think that was still such a satisfying story arc.
So who do you think it was then?
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming it's somebody that is power hungry and wanted to do the same thing.
Yeah, someone who knows. Like, there's only a few people who would know like about it and knows its like potential.
Maybe the Jillian Jacobs girl. Maybe she wants to try to figure out how she can if she can bring her sister back.
That would be interesting. That's pretty plausible.
I don't know.
Or anyone else to bring back? Anyone else
Yeah.
that died?
I don't know, but I'm excited if they do anything else with it. If not, I'm excited to see what this director does next.
Yeah, for sure. I want to check out that honeymoon movie now.
It's very good. Yeah. Highly recommend. Alrighty. I think that's it. Do you have
Solid
anything else?
episode. No, not really.
All right.
So go check it out. I mean, if you made it this far, you already know what happens, but go watch it.
I think we left enough out that you would still enjoy it.
Yeah, there's some like details, like the whole final battle,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much of every one that we left out.
Very I don't know if I'm just thinking about this because there's like three people that are in Stranger Things that are in this, but it felt very like Stranger Things esque, but a little bit better. I think this is more my speed than Stranger Things, but
Especially at the mall with
I think so. Yeah.
the black lights and all
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah, I definitely get that. And it's in the 90s,
Mm.
70s, 90s. So
Stranger Things
respect,
walked so Fear Street could run.
I guess. Yeah.
All
Right.
right. Well, again, hiatus for next week, but we will be back and
Yeah.
better than ever.
I'll leave you guys with a tweet. You guys are
Oh
not going to want to
God.
hear this podcast for another week after this. This is like super random. I just thought of it right now.
Okay.
Uh, Kayla and I went out for lunch and I got chicken parmesan. I was like, I'm going to name my kid Sean and not tell him it's short for Parmesan. And then
All
I
right.
was like, I was, yeah, that's it.
That's it. You were trying to what? You trying to rationalize that?
Yeah, but then I realized like Parmesan, it's not spelled Sean, like Sean. It's like
Parmesan.
Esan. Parmesan. Yeah. I was trying to
No,
like
you know what? Let's
workshop it
figure this
with
out. I'm
Kayla.
kidding.
Yeah. I think there's something there. Maybe a feature we can make.
Maybe. I'm thinking trilogy.
Chicken parmesan.
Where you come up with the idea, you name the kid, and then he figures it out.
Mm.
And he's a
Yeah.
lamb the whole time. In a blazer.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Bye.
Bye.